Well, I just got to see Six again. I hadn't had the chance to see Six before the pandemic. And we've had a lot of Six family on here. We've had Toby, we've had Lucy, we've had a Six extravaganza. And you know I love and I stand out for Six. I sing it. I think I am this one of the wives. It's that's most reaction from people. Bella Coppola is here. She has been touring. She has been singing. She has music out. She plays one of the. We got to just get her out here. Let's get this. I'm ready. Just
Yes.
Let's go. Bella, congratulations on your Broadway debut.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How has it been when you were a kid? I'm assuming growing up in California and going to school for musical theater that the dream was to be on Broadway.
It was. The dream was always Broadway, as it is, for so many. And I did it, and it feels amazing. And I'm so happy that it happened in this way, in this show, in this role. It just feels perfect. I'm really grateful for my journey.
Well, can you talk to us a little bit about what I find fascinating about your Broadway debut, and maybe I'm wrong, is that you were working and you went on tour and you were doing national tours and you get this Broadway job. You're not, no shade to anyone who's an ensemble. You're a lead. You are right up there with the other ladies. And what was it like when you got the call? And then what was it like the first night you stepped on stage?
Yeah. I mean, the call felt amazing because I had gone in for 7 times, not 6, 7 times. I had gone in for the first tour. Sorry, I'm getting a call. I had gone in for the first tour, didn't get it. Got in for the second tour, didn't get it. And then finally was brought back in the room for Jane again for this company. And so I worked really hard for this job. And so when I finally got that call, I was in my gym. I had been waiting on my agent for a week, annoying him every day. Shout out to Matt Redmond. And when I finally got that call, oh, you love him. Yeah, he's great. It was just, it's, it's a dream come true. It was everything.
Well, shout out to Matt Redmond. He gets his people work. You all are. Like 1 million of you are on Broadway right now. So if you haven't seen Six and people haven't seen it, how do you describe it? What words do you describe what you're about to be in for?
I always say that it's like a big pop concert. If you haven't seen theater yet, it's kind of a good show to see first, especially for people that maybe musical theater is not their thing. It's a little more poppy. It's a little more campy. It's a silly, fun time. And we're all competing and we all get to sing our pop diva song. And while we're doing that, we are the 8 wives of Henry VIII. And we're kind of competing and you get to choose who had it the worst.
Yes, and it is a full-blown don't mind this New York, New Jersey.
I know, I'm the calls coming in. It's
the noises of it. So you're in California. What was your first introduction to musical theater? What made you fall in love with musical theater?
Ooh, I got the bug when I was really little. My mom said the second I could start talking, I was singing. I think the first thing I did was this dance recital of Annie, ? Confused at what that was, but that's what my memory's telling me. And I did a little tap dance. And then my first show was Seussical the Musical, which I love. And I was a little baby, Cat in the Hat. There was a little ensemble of us babies. And we had
you're a baby. You are a baby.
I am still a baby.
And then you decide to go to school for musical theater. So all the people that watch, a lot of students watch, my students watch this messy show. So when you decided to go to school for musical theater, did you get any pushback about people saying what's your backup plan? What is your fault? What was that experience like? And how was going to school for musical theater helpful in your career now?
Yeah, I definitely did. Thankfully, my parents have always been very supportive. Musical theater, it's a privilege to do as a child because it's expensive. I was in voice lessons. I eventually in high school was in ballet. I was in Sacramento has the Sacramento Theater Company and they have a kids program. So I was doing that. I was just always doing something. And thankfully, sometimes my dad was oh, this is very expensive, but he always came around when he saw me perform. So thankfully they were always very supportive, but of course I always had the relatives that were what's your backup plan? What's your plan B? And I was just like, you know what, it's going to happen. So
it's going to happen.
And then going to school, I mean, yeah, going to school, I loved Texas State. Caitlin Hopkins runs the program there, and she just has created an amazing program with like an amazing alumni now, because we're still pretty new in the world. Just of good people that, like, you know, we're not taught in college to like compete against each other. It's like very uplifting, and I feel like that's really helped me in the industry. Like, I don't feel like super stressed. Like, someone's win is their win, and like that, it's nothing against me not getting a job or whatever.
Yeah, there's enough work for everybody.
Yeah.
And so while you're watching, make sure you follow Bella. And obviously, while we're talking, go to sixonbroadway.com and grab your tickets.
Yes.
In New York, or if it's coming to your neck of the woods. But come to New York and come see sixonbroadway.com, get your tickets. Besides musical theater tour of Kinky Boots and etc., you released your own music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what has that process been like? You could stream I Regret Nothing wherever.
Nice. These titles are killing me.
we try to be ready. I mean, there's the artwork right there. So tell us, what is I Regret Nothing, and what made you decide to make an EP?
Well, okay, so when I was in school, our sophomore year, we do something in our degree called sophomore project. And basically everyone's encouraged to create original work for the first time. So like a poem, a dance, whatever you want. For me, it was a song. For me, it was I Regret Nothing. And I kind of wrote it in collaboration with my class. And from there, I like befriended someone who was a sound engineer who I was like in a singing group with. And he helped me like produce it, create it. And his name's Ian Flores, shout out. He's continued to help me like release all my music. So that started in college, and then it's just continued ever since. And I really like it because it's like it's something I can control. You know, theater, you never know what's coming next, but it's like a fun hobby. And then people liked the music. So that was a nice addition.
They sure did. And the singles are out, and the whole EP is out. Mm-hmm. And I like that too. It's like the same thing with me putting on a cabaret show or putting out music is I don't have to wait for the yes. Like I can be my own yes and keep my creative mind.
Yeah.
Crazy creative mind going.
It's so important. Yeah, it's so important to have that thing that you can control in an industry where you just really never know.
Right. Well, I had the chance to be back and see Six, and I got to see this cast, and you all are singing, dancing, acting your faces off, more fun and better than ever. What is it like, the camaraderie behind the scenes backstage with the other 5 ladies that are in the show? And what was it like to kind of, how do you mesh and meld together as such this well-oiled machine that you all are on stage 8 shows a week?
Yeah. I mean, thankfully we just like each other, which, you know, that doesn't always happen. So thankfully it's just a really good group of women. And we kind of decided from the start of rehearsals that like, we're going to be a unit, and you need help, I got your back, vice versa. Like, we all have each other. And so that kind of like laid the groundwork of our relationship. And then of course we've just gotten closer from there. But it really makes going to work awesome because, you know, at this point I'm like 6 months in, like some days it's kind of just a job. So it's nice to like enjoy the people you're working with. Yeah, no, I love those girls.
For sure. And I'm sure that the audience, there are like 6 stands out there.
Yeah, there are. Those are really fun. Sometimes people come dressed up, which is really fun, like in the costumes. That was the other thing I was going to say, is that it was nice that, because we all replaced the entire cast, which doesn't really happen on Broadway a lot. And it was really nice, at least for me, like coming in, this was my debut, that we were all replaced together. I think if it was just me, I would have been like freaking out because they really threw us into the show. I mean, we had two runs with all of the elements, and that was it, like on stage. And like we were in-ears, which is like very different than most musical theater experiences. Like there was just a lot of things, and they just were like, "Yep, here you go. You're gonna do it." And the night happened, but we were all like, "Ah."
Oh, I didn't even notice that you were in. So like it is structured like a pop concert. Like you're Christina Aguilera in your in-ears.
Yeah, we have like a very specific mix, and it's just very different because I'm used to it now, but like I mean, and I'm grateful for it for my ears, but like you don't kind of feel that energy as much as
Right.
like normal theater because you don't hear half of the audience's like interactions or so it's very interesting and we're used to it now, but it was a lot off the bat.
Oh man, if to sing the harmonies that you all sing, I would need mine to be like the notes plunked in my in-ears. Please help me. Here's a screenshot of what you can expect when you go. It is a party. It's a party on stage, and the talent is so much. When you got this role in particular for Six, and you get to go up there and sing Heart of Stone every single night, what do you do? It's a big monster. What do you do to keep yourself healthy, physically and vocally? Do you have a routine? Is there something that keeps you in tip-top shape for 8 shows a week?
Thankfully this song like sits really well in my voice. So it's kind of nice because I'm third in the show. So I kind of warm up literally just through the show, which is really nice. I always say that I should like be better about a physical warm up, but to be honest, it just depends on the day. But yeah, I feel like the show, it just sits right. And like emotionally, like it's just acting. So like, I'm not trying to like go to a terrible place when I'm singing it. And now that I'm like in the 6 months, like I try to like find new things to play with. Like sometimes, have you watched Bridgerton?
I did, yes.
It's so random, but like the other night I was like singing it as if I was Queen Charlotte and singing it. And, like, because you just need random stuff to do. So that's what I did the other night.
Yes, absolutely. So how do you, and maybe this is not an appropriate question, I don't know, but you have a contract with the show, you're going to do the show, and then what's from here? Is there auditions? Is there self-tapes? Are you ready to originate a role on Broadway? Are you ready to go on the...
Oh yeah, I mean, that would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We're contracted till December right now. We don't know what's next, but yeah, I would love to originate a role. Every now and then I'll submit for like day player roles on TV film. Sure. And I'm like, that would be amazing because I've not been on set yet. So that would be really fun. And the money's great. So yeah, I mean, I'm open to all of it. I'm open to like where my music goes to. I've kind of put that on pause while I'm doing theater, but I want to do it all at some point.
Yes. Well, Bella, we need your like Law and Order debut. That's like a New York rite of passage.
Please let me be a crazy person.
You need to be the crazy lady that's interviewed by, Mariska Hargitay. It needs to be in that Playbill bio. Your Law and Order credits. So for everyone watching, to recap, we're all going to stream I Regret Nothing wherever music is heard right away. We can do that right now. We're going to follow you on the Instagram at Bella Coppola.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go get our tickets to see Six on Broadway. It's the perfect show for this summer. If you're coming in.
It is. It's quick. You're in and out. You can go out after.
And you have a fun schedule. There's a schedule that you have shows when? Monday nights?
So we actually just changed that. Okay. We used to have Monday night shows, but we're in a summer schedule now. So we actually have Monday, Tuesdays off now. So you can come Wednesday through Sunday. We have doubles Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. So
that means Sunday night at 9:30, your weekend starts. Mm-hmm. You have that nice 2-day break, and then you hit it running. Okay, so the weekends in the summer, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, grab your tickets and sit down and enjoy a really fun, grand old time. It's cheaper than a Madonna concert, and it's a lot more fun. Congratulations. We're so excited, and it was so wonderful to be able to see you up there and for you to chat. I'm looking forward to all the amazing things you're going to do.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.